Yeah, of course, of course. So, Sadanand cleared PMP with all above target. And thank you for joining us and sharing your journey for this. Whenever any certified PMP clear PMP exam, actually, when any PMP aspirant cleared PMP exam, it actually makes me most happy. And this guy did it. So, learning about how he did it, what were the steps, is the most important thing. And before that, the one of the most important thing, why he wanted to become PMP. So, my friend, the mic is with you. You can tell your journey.
First of all, thanks. Amir, I know I'm not part of your class, but still, I used a lot of your stuff, unknowingly, which is helped me a lot, to achieve this PMP. Basically, I started thinking of this PMP is last year, but I heard that PMP is changing the syllabus and everything. Then I pushed, okay, let's do it on the next year. So I started more things on the from January again, but pushing, it came from July. I started, working on the PMP class and all those stuff. So I attended, this PMP class from July 19th. So I finished 35 hours. Waking up morning 6:30 to 8:30 class. Then every day half an hour, repetition of what has happened in the class, terminology, and all those stuff. Then after that, my real journey started. So every day I used to spend around 3 to 4 hours to do those studies. And in the morning hours, I used to go through the student manual, and the evening I used to watch your YouTube videos. That is my everyday night. 10 to 12, 2 hours. That's every day without fail. Mm. So this is how I started. But some of the skills I used, your skill, just like breathing skill. Okay. I used in the 10-minute break. A lot
So
of the time
you
I just
utilize breathing exercise for in between your breaks, right?
correct. And during the question answer session also I used in between remove the mask and use the breathing.
Okay. What else?
Basically, another thing, you shared with me on my email, root cause analysis. When you are going to solve any question, do the root cause analysis. So read
Hmm.
the question and from where that question belongs to. So it's belong to people or belong to business. Just put it there and do that root cause analysis. Which answer is right or which answer is wrong and why. Okay.
The why is more important than that thing. Okay,
Right.
let's talk directly about your exam. So how many mocks have you done before the exam?
Uh, Basically, almost I finished around 1,000 questions,
Hmm?
and I have the real mocks. I did 60 questions, 6 mocks. This I targeted because I want to see what is my time management I'm going to achieve.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay, very important question and a straightforward question. You are the first guy, like I know, who used the Andrew Ramdale new simulator. So how was it comparing to the real exam?
it's like 100% similar pattern. I would say I'm using the 100%. Is the similar questions, is the scenario based questions, that not
Okay,
exactly similar, but the
okay.
questions, a pattern is same. It's
Pattern is same.
helped a lot, and I am rigorously followed. I called Andrew's office, to I know, I don't know why I have a gut feeling with Andrew, that he's going to match the question to the PMP pattern. That's I called his office. If front desk picked the phone, she said, "Oh, Jay, you have to inquire with Andrew only." And he released the Tuesday morning that mock test, and immediately I went his personal site and I bought on Tuesday. Then I finished Tuesday and Wednesday. All 6 mocks I finished, and I
He
want to
has
reiterate,
he
to
has
everybody here.
no, he has 6 mocks, or he has a question of 60, 60, 60.
Yeah, question of 60, 60 questions, and then six individual,
So total
things.
total 360 questions, right?
Correct, correct.
Not a complete mock, but
Not a complete
360.
mock. No.
Okay, okay, okay. I got the idea. Okay, and also it was the same like time, just like the real exam.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good thing, because it's always to know the new material, the new things that people are making, and how that's collaborating. So it's good to know that that works in the positive way, and that you highly, like, in your opinion, you highly recommend that, right?
Yes, I highly recommend that one.
So that's,
He has a drag and drop option also.
yeah, yeah, but
Match the following.
yeah, but so we have another option apart from Prepcast, which is like 130, $140 something. But of course, it has like 2,400 questions, whereas there are 360 questions. But whatever works for whoever wants to buy something. What was the cost for that one?
He initially introductory offer is around $39. It's very cheap.
No.
Uh, 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 uh,
Comparing with Prepcast, yes. Comparing with
yes.
Udemy, no.
Right. I
Yeah.
researched on the Udemy also. Is only Indian 500 rupees for Andrew's question bank mock test he has. I bought that first, and I believe I sent an email to you also, and you suggested Prepcast. I researched on web Prepcast, and it's very costly. I thought that why should I spend that much money?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now my recommendation is that, because I didn't have the enough data regarding his, and as I said, you're the first guy who actually did that. So it's a good
Right.
feedback. Let other people come and see, we see how that can, and then we can also recommend that, because Prepcast is not paying anything to me. For me, it's always to give whatever the real thing is. This, if Andrew's one is good, so that's a very
Correct.
good thing. Okay, so let's talk about the exam. How did you manage time?
Yeah, again, I manage my target is like first 60 questions, 60 minutes. That is my target. Yeah, in my in-house mark also, I'm not achieving that target. It's always going near to the 75 always. And same thing in the real exam, 75. Then it's okay, that's 75. Then again, I managed in the second, like is around 65. And but the third mock, it took me a little time.
Okay, how much? When you say
Third,
little, how much?
yeah, it's 85 minutes for the third.
But you had the time, right, with you. You had the time
Correct.
with you. So the third area was more difficult, right?
Yeah, it's more difficult, and I put the around 7 to 8 questions for the review.
7 to 8 questions for the review. Okay,
Correct.
so how many drags and drop did you got?
Drag and drop around the 3 to 4 questions.
3 to 4.
uh,
The same thing. Rafiullah recorded his journey. He has the same opinion, and he said the same thing. Okay, and what about which area was most targeted in the exam?
Oh, agile is almost, like 70% is agile. Questions are, belongs to agile. 70%. What the
Question belongs
project
to
is
that.
in. Okay.
Also, the team area was more
Yeah. Team
highlighted
area
in the,
is more. Yes. Yeah. Team area is more.
any any
Amir,
critical.
I want to again, here I want to iterate. Read the last line, then go to
Yeah,
the.
of course.
That is that I did on Tuesday and Wednesday. These two things I did, and 100% questions in the real exam I solved this way.
Yeah,
All
I
180 questions.
basically that gives you the context, and that's why I recommend reading the last line. We have 190 certified PMP in 2021 out of 191, so we have some good methods here. Like
Correct.
now we can say with a little bit authenticity, yes, the things do work in some way. The things are
Right.
working. Reading the last line is actually the good thing. Okay, so any critical path and formula question?
Formula question, is for SPI and CPI for agile, not for the our
But
predict.
do
Okay.
you have to calculate the by using the calculator or formulas?
No, I never use the calculator.
Okay. Any compliance question?
Yes, there are two, three compliance questions.
So that is coming again.
Yeah.
What about quality, risk, and procurement? How heavy that was for exam?
It's like, five each. I would say 5 to 6 questions each.
Hmm?
Yes, for the risk. Risk is more. I would say like 10 questions for the risk.
10 questions for the
Yeah.
risk. Okay. So risk was more. What about those scope, schedule, cost, baselines thing?
Yeah, there are few questions on that also. Then on the stakeholder also there are few questions, and I got the hotspot question on the stakeholder.
Oh, you got the
Yeah,
hotspot question.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a question is like, I'm not going to give the real
Yeah, please,
that
please
question.
don't share the question. I was
All right,
gonna say the same thing. Like we are not allowed to share the question.
right,
So
right,
please,
right.
yeah, you can see the
So
context.
yes, somebody is working in the for the call center, and the call center staff, how you are going to put the call center in your power and interest matrix, where is going to fit this
Okay,
call center persons.
okay,
So that,
okay.
yeah, that kind of hotspot, just here there are four blocks, you have to click on the block.
I got it. I got it. You already shared a lot of things. Okay, okay. So thank you very much. Anything you would like to share specifically for your exam that you have given? How other people should prepare? Any final? I used to say that. Any last advice?
Yeah, I would say, just they should follow your uh, techniques like elimination technique, then read the last line. I mean, if I read the last line and read the options, uh, one of the options I eliminated, so I had to
Yes.
deal with only three.
Yeah, most of the trainers have started using my this method of reading the last line, but still many people are against the reading the options. But that's my point that I'm saying. Once you read the options, most of the time, not always, most of the time you can eliminate one option. So we never had the last call before exam. So whenever with my students I have a call, I tell them if they are last 5 minutes in each section we are divided 80, 80, 70. So last 5 minutes only do this thing. Read the last
Right.
line, option, answer. Last line, option, answers. So most of the time the probability is very, very high they can get the right answer.
I solved the two questions, without looking at the garbage of the question. Just read the last line and the options. And this is the way I decided how, because the energy of the brain is very important for this exam. So I
Yep,
don't want to
yep.
spend. I don't want to spend, reading that wrong options, full length. Like they have around 10 words in that option. I don't want to read that 10 words in one option.
Let me tell you, but, now a PMP exam has started doing the break from 2021. Even in my time, there was no break, so I actually used to take the break.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I actually used to take the break just to relax myself. Okay, so now, my friend, we need three things from you. The first and the most important thing I always say, each one, teach one.
Yes.
Each one, teach one. Second thing, like make PMP question exam like question and do share with us, and so that we can share with the community. And finally, the most important thing, celebrate. You earned the success. 3 4 hours, 3 4 hours, 3 4 hours. Now your family and everyone need your time. So now is the time to give to them. Now is the time to celebrate with them. Now is the time to work with them.
Yes.
Okay, brother. Thank you very much for your, and once again, best of luck for your future endeavors. Bye bye.
Right. Yeah. Thank you very much. I use a lot of stuff. Still, I have that 30 by 40 inch your PMP PDF prints.
Yeah,
You know,
that
he's
was. Can
is
you show?
hanging on the
Can
wall.
you actually show that? Is it
Yeah,
possible?
it's in the bedroom right now. But yeah,
Okay,
I sent you the. Uh,
yeah,
I
you
sent
did
you
send.
the, yeah.
Yeah,
You can share
yeah, you
on
did send.
screen. Yep. Yeah, this has helped me a lot. While I'm working, I'm just taking the break, or I'm meeting something. I can see what is happening, in the communication, or that kind of things. It helped me a lot. Yeah, it's 30 by 40-inch print. I'm going to keep that, breathing
The
technique,
entire,
elimination technique.
yeah, the entire mind map, that was great.
Yes.
Thank you once again. Thank you very much, my friend, and best of luck. Anytime you have
Thank you very much,
anything
Amir,
information,
for
feel
your
free.
time
Feel
and
free. Sure, sure. Bye.
yeah, thanks. Bye.